So now, ladies and gentlemen, live and in colour, it's Mr. Wayne Lovejuice.
The other day I produced a Louis, had a chat with an interesting chappie who said that the YouTube algorithms really aren't that happy. If a channel only broadcasts once a week, so we decided we could text ya whenever we've got a piece of news in our new book on the track extra. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of On the Track Extra. My name's John Downs. I'm the director of the Centre for Fortean Zoology, and for my sins I've been doing this for over 30 years now. Every Saturday afternoon and every Wednesday evening we bring you a show which brings you the best in weird shit, hard science and surreality. And if you don't know what surreality means, well, you're going to have to find out.
I am the Snood, said Mr. Snood. I'm not the Zood or the Jew. I'm not the Cood or the Lood. Dum dee dee dum 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 dee 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 dum 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 dee 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 dum 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 dum. Snood.
Quite often on Wednesday evenings we do book reviews, and for those of you who are not regular visitors to the show, and why not, this is because two friends of the show, Doug Whipple and Mick Holland, and several others as well, have said that they really enjoy the book reviews because it points them in the direction of books for their Fortean bookshelf that they would never otherwise have got hold of. So we enjoy doing book reviews, people seem to enjoy watching them, and so here we are, we're getting in line for yet another book review. So I have with me, as always, Richard Freeman. Richie Poos, what book are we doing today?
We are doing Afterman, A Zoology of the Future by Dougal Dixon. Now this was the book that launched the whole genre of speculative zoology or speculative evolution. There's lots of websites about this now. There's been a number of books. There was the TV series The Future is Wild, but it all comes down to this book by Dougal Dixon. And he came up with a great idea of wondering what the animal kingdom would evolve into 50 million years in the future, long after mankind has become extinct. What animals would flourish and how they would change and evolve and what they might look like. And I remember getting this book when it first came out as a kid, and I still love it today. It's absolutely great, and what a wonderful idea. And let's show you some of the strange creatures that he came up with. Deer have been replaced by these things, rabbits, and they are the descendants of rabbits, and they've grown long legs and long necks to fill the ecological niche of deer, and they're preyed on by these wolf-like animals, the flaniks, which are descended from rats, so they kill with enlarged and sharpened incisors, a bit like the thylacoleonids, because they're evolved from rodents. And he goes all over the world looking at different ecosystems. My favourites are the islands of Batavia, where bats rule, and we've got my favourite, the night stalker, which is a giant predatory bat as tall as a man, and it's completely flightless, and it walks around or runs around on what used to be the wings and kills with its teeth and claws. Then you've got the fouler, which is another type of bat, and its ears and snout flanges have evolved to look like petals of a plant. So when insects come to pollinate the plant, it jumps up and grabs them. And the book is absolutely full of these wonderful bits of speculative evolution, all based on proper science. There's nothing here that's completely outlandish. We have the flunky, which is a type of monkey that can glide a bit like a flying squirrel with flaps of skin between the arms and legs. All of these are possibilities. Raboons, giant carnivorous baboons that feed on flesh and walk around on their hind legs. Absolutely great book. Fascinating, and in Japan they loved it so much they even made an anime series about it, with time travellers going to the future and meeting all these bizarre animals.
I remember it was 1982 or 1983. I was visiting friends in London. I stopped off at the newsagent at Paddington Station on the way home, and the whole of the large chunk of the colour supplement for the Observer, it was either the Observer or the Times, had a big feature on this, and I thought it was an absolutely fantastic idea, and I went out and bought it immediately. And then I don't know what happened to my copy, but I was very kind. It was very kind of an old friend of mine called Dave Simons, who was one of the people at the beginning of the CFZ with me and my first wife, and he gave me his copy, which was incredibly kind of him. But then I discovered there were two more in the series. I read one of them, which was called After Man, which... Was it After Man or Man After Man?
Man After Man. This is the After Man is the one about the animals. Man After Man takes the idea that mankind didn't become extinct, but evolved in different ways, sometimes naturally, sometimes through genetic manipulation. So you got totally bizarre, inhuman looking creatures that ultimately descended from man, including a sort of saber-toothed man that killed other human descendants with these huge saber teeth, and a giant sloth man that was a herbivorous great waddling thing, and these polar giants, and very strange. And then the third one was the new dinosaurs, which took the idea what lines dinosaurs would have evolved on if they hadn't become extinct, or rather non-avian dinosaurs. But I never read that one. I never got that one. I got the first two, but I never got the third one.
You've got me wanting to get that now. I think I'm going to go on to ABE Books and see if I can find a copy. This is a remarkable book. It's unlike pretty well anything else that we're going to be describing in our book reviews, because it inhabits a place somewhere between straight zoology and alternative history, but done of the future rather than of the past. And it is a massively original idea. I've become mildly friendly with Dougal Dixon over the years, and we've exchanged emails. He's a really nice guy, and I very much hope he does something like this again in the future. They're great, aren't they, Richard?
They're fantastic. And if you go online, you might even be able to find on YouTube a clip from the Japanese anime series.
The series The Future is Wild, he worked on that, didn't he?
He did, yes, but they used all different animal designs on that, not the same ones as you find in here.
Well, I've really enjoyed this one. Thank you very much for fishing it out of the library, Richard. I hope you guys out there in viewerland all enjoyed it. I'm going to be back on Saturday with all sorts of exciting things that I don't know about yet because I haven't done them. And I'll be back again next Wednesday with Richard and probably with another book review. So, until then, be seeing you.